What's going on, everybody? It's ShamefulPenguin here, back with another video. Today we're going over my Endless Delve Winter Orb Assassin build. I'm not complete with it. It's days 2 through 4. Let's be clear that I am not doing the best on this league. I don't have a lot of the gear I was hoping I would have by now. It's not clearing as fast as I thought it would, but it is clearing. When I hit I can't go too deep. I can't go straight down, so a lot of my movements on my delve have been lateral, like left to right, and it's been helping out a lot, not going too deep. When you go too deep, I noticed that a lot of one-shots happen on this build still, even though I have a massive amount of block. So once I think the depth I've been staying safe at and getting a lot of XPs like 140 or 150, and I can live pretty easily and run around and not worry about dying. I did end up finally getting a 5-link. I actually got it like an hour ago, so it's been pretty late. I'm level 84. I got the 5-link at 83, so kind of unlucky for this league. I'm doing a lot more damage now, so I can probably go a lot deeper now that I have this 5-link. But I'm going to be going over the things I've upgraded, and I'll go over the things I want to upgrade, and go over all my gem links and everything about this build. So let's get into that. So this build is pretty mediocre as of now because we don't have a lot of accessibility through the crafting system, or no trading, or a lot of things like that, as you guys know. But we're making it work. The crafting bench really screwed me up. I thought living without the crafting bench would be a lot easier than it is, and it's making my job a lot more difficult. But let's go over the gear. So I have a mediocre scepter. I've tried to upgrade this. I've had some other good options to upgrade to, but every time I check the PoE, it always says this one is like slightly better or a lot better than one that I thought. Like visually, you look at it and it says like 90% cold damage and 6% cast speed and 20% crit, and it's like this one's way better still. And it's like, okay, it's crazy because you have that 90% cold damage. But yeah, whatever. This one just has like 3 mediocre ones that are rolls that make it better than anything that has like a high roll and a bad roll. So we're sticking with this for now. Shield is pretty bad as well. Has a decent amount of energy shield and crit and res, so it's like, okay, I'd rather have a huge life roll than a huge energy shield roll, but we're taking it. As for the helmet, decent energy shield, good life, and some res, so it's a pretty solid helmet, honestly. The gloves are kind of solid too. I've recently upgraded these. They have medium life roll, semi-okay energy shield, and some res. The boots are pretty actually good life roll, dual res, and movement speed. Movement speed can be better, but it's whatever. And it's also not energy shield based, so that's kind of a bummer, but whatever. Amulet sucks. I don't even want to look at it. Rings honestly suck too. They're just okay life roll and a resistance roll. That's pretty much all they are. The belt's pretty good, has decent life roll, has a lot of strength and 2 res. The implicit sucks. It's not a chain belt or a leather belt, so it's kind of bad. And the flasks have stayed the same throughout day 1. So that's pretty much it. What I want to upgrade next are my amulet and my weapon and my scepter. I want to upgrade those 2 things really bad. I've been looking out for things. I've been looking at like even staffs. I would change into a staff build if I find a really good staff, because I know how much damage I'm lacking due to my weapons. But yeah, if I ever do get a really good staff, you guys are gonna see me make a change to this build, and I'll update you guys on that. But as for now, we're staying as a shield boy. A lot of shield nodes, a lot of really good shield passive skills on the passive tree that I'm gonna go over later as well. So let's go over the gems first. So it's a pretty generic setup. Winter Orb, Hypothermia, GMP, Infused Channeling, Controlled Destruction is my 5th link. I would rather go with Inspiration support or Ice Bite, because it would give me slightly more damage, or power charges or inspiration charges. Those will give me my DPS slightly more than Controlled Destruction. But linking this with 2 green and a red is kind of icky. I've tried and it didn't work out, and then I got 2 greens again, so I'm like, you know what, I give up. So this is what I'm gonna stick with. for now at least. The cast 1 damage taken setup's kind of scuffed. So I'm going to go over what I have cast 1 damage taken with Chaos Golem, Tempest Shield, and Steel Skin. Yes, I know before I said I don't want Steel Skin with cast 1 damage taken. I want it on my click to move, but linking colors have been really annoying, so I haven't been able to do that. So I've gone with my clicky skill is Convocation, and I put Steel Skin here because it just rolled red because it's a strength based boot. So that's what I ended up going with. If I could switch, I would go Steel Skin here and Convocation back on the cast 1 damage taken or anything else. Convocation gives regen, life regen. I'm pretty sure it applies. It doesn't apply to your flat life regen when you use it, but it seems like it does help. Like my HP grows faster when I'm hurt, or it might be a I might not be working. Let me know down in the comments. I'm pretty sure it's been working. I saw some other builds using it before, but it doesn't show up in your life regen. So we're gonna assume it works, and assume I'm not dumb. So cast 1 damage taken. Yeah, I would rather have Steel Skin. Just walking around with Steel Skin was great. And if you're doing that, keep doing it because it's a lot of defensive skill. Chaos Golem can also change. I kind of like when I'm like, I don't want to think about what's better, I kind of just slaps Chaos Golem there because it's fizz damage reduction and it's just always okay. I have Hatred, Vitality, and Herald of Ice as my 3 auras, and I can socket these 3 auras because I have spec Sovereignty wheel, the whole wheel. You want these two, the reduced mana reservation as well as Sovereignty, and with those you can socket Herald of Ice, Hatred, and Vitality. Vitality costs more mana as it levels up, so make sure you're paying attention to what level you're able to use. I think I'm going to be able to use a full level 20 Vitality, so I'm not too worried. It also depends on how much actual mana you have. I have a lot of mana on my scepter, so when I change my scepter I might have to lower Vitality, but also grabbing Mystic Bulwark helps a lot with meeting it, because it's not percentage based, it's flat mana based. So the more mana you have, the more mana it just makes sense. If you're confused, ask me down in the comments and I'll try to explain it. But Herald of Ice has increased crit, increased area of effect, and onslaught linked to it. This gives you onslaught. Obviously onslaught's great. Area of effect and crit just so the explosions are juicier. And then lastly, I have Frost Bomb with Arcane Surge, Intensify, and increased area of effect. I've been noticing that Winter Orb kind of sucks against bosses, as probably everyone already knows. And using Frostbite, just self-casting Frostbite and Frost Bomb on the boss just really helps with the DPS against it. So I highly recommend it. If you are one of those lucky people who have Frostbite on hit ring, use that instead of Frostbite here, so you don't have to worry about casting something extra. You can just run around and not worry about it. That's what I'm going to end up doing if I ever end up getting one, which I don't think I'm going to, because I've gone through like 3 or 4 of the cold node through Delve, and I haven't actually landed one still. So I think my luck ran out in the Mayhem League. I got pretty lucky in Mayhem League, and this league not happening. But that's it for that. So let's get into the passive tree. So the passive tree has not changed too much. I haven't really unspec'd anything. Mostly defensive things I've grabbed. I want to grab more damage in the next few levels just to even it out. So grabbing Devotion, Glancing Blows, Sanctuary, and then grabbing these 2 nodes with damage and crit and a little bit of resistance was really nice. Getting the resistance nodes was really helpful for Delve League because hitting your resistance cap was kind of difficult. So Holy Dominion and Sanctuary were really big helps. Arcane Swiftness was really good because it gives you damage, cast speed, void, block, all that good stuff. I would also like to get Arcane Guarding, but I don't know if I can fit it with how many points I've been using. I'm running out of points, and I mean, I do have more levels. I hit level 90. I'll probably have enough points to grab this, and then grab Divine Judgment for some good damage, some good block, and then grab these life nodes for good life. So those are what I'm going to do next. Of course, if you get a really good jewel, there's a jewel slot there, jewel slot here, and some life and ES wheel right here. It's just been a little difficult to manage the tree with what I'm trying to do, so I've been trying to just like pick out different points, but there are a lot of options given because we're kind of stretched a little bit more than I would like to be generally. But that was all to grab the overcharge, since we don't have the ability to get oils, and because usually what I would do is I would call it over here. I would grab this node for all the power charges we're getting, and then I would anoint overcharge. But since we can't anoint, we gotta stretch our tree a little thin, and that's where we're at with this build. Of course, if you're going with something else on your build, feel free to share it with me. I've seen another build that utilized, not this left half of the tree, they utilized acrobatics, and if you guys seen of my builds in the past, not in the past few leagues but before that, my build guys mainly using acrobatics and evasion and dodge as their primary defensive ability, but they're both great. If you're going with dodge, don't feel like you have to get block, and if you're going block, don't feel like you have to like all of a sudden change. Just stick to one, and it's really good as long as your pool of HP and energy shield is high enough to support with that. You're gonna be fine either way. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the build. I hope you guys enjoyed my updates, and I hope you're enjoying the league, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Later.